What's up, everybody? I'm Nick K.
I'm Walter.
And this is our reaction to the Street Fighter V launch,
yeah.
which is pretty fucking terrible.
Yep.
Now, before we start, we had a little debate, went on. It was pretty good about the beta, the first beta for Street Fighter V.
Many moons ago.
I will link that to this video in a little annotation somewhere on the screen so you can watch it.
It seems pretty relevant now.
I defended Capcom on this.
You did.
And it was the beta, and now I don't. So, I guess, do you want me to start, or do you want to just expunge yourself?
No, you start. Right, I don't want to come out as an incoherent mess.
Walt is the fighting game guy here. I'm just a Street Fighter fan. I don't like fighting games that much. I like Street Fighter. So basically, my thoughts on it are no content at all. I think they rushed it out to get it in time for the Capcom Cup. It's pretty shitty. Gameplay-wise, it's absolutely amazing. Everything's good with that. I like my bearded Ryu, which I had to spend $15 for. Fucking ridiculous.
In Capcom's defense, that's not their fault.
Yeah.
That's Nick's brother's price to get the code.
Well, it would have been more expensive anywhere else.
To buy off a private seller.
But gameplay is great. Severe lack. I was so disappointed.
Story mode?
I was like, I'll play Ryu story mode. It's got a little nice little cutscene things.
Yeah.
And I beat it in 4 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, and it wasn't even hard. Like the last fight's supposed to be hard. I was like, oh yeah, I guess the story mode's coming next month. Or something like that. So I was like, oh, that's fine.
That's not okay.
It's not. And then the Battle Lounge, which they call a lounge.
This is the Battle Lounge right here.
Only allows 2 players.
It's a lounge.
Which is ridiculous.
Oh, and you want to go into casual match, but you can't invite your friends.
Street Fighter V had...
4.
Or Street Fighter 4 had a lobby where you play. And
it had a lobby?
Yeah, where... you go up, you lose, you go down to the bottom and stuff. Yeah. Winner stays. They had that. They had it already. Mm-hmm. So it's ridiculous they don't have it. I am not going to complain about the character roster. I think 16 characters to launch a fighting game is just fine. Especially with Street Fighter. Everyone complaining about, oh, there's no Balrog and Guile and Akuma. Where's the old school staples? You know what? Why isn't anyone talking about E Honda? Where's that?
It's true. It's a Japanese thing.
Where's that fat ass?
They already got their Ryu.
Not there.
They don't need a Japanese. Another Japanese.
Yeah, they got there's only 3 staples. 4 staples they need.
What you got?
Ryu, Ken, Chun-Li, Bison.
You
Everyone
put Chun-Li
else
in over Guile.
Yes.
Okay.
Got to have that.
They were all in the first game.
Yeah. Guile maybe. Yeah, I could see that, but he's going to be DLC, so it's okay. I could see why they wanted to put him as DLC because they had Nash.
Yeah.
So. Then I don't know. I'm trying to think of another character. Akuma. He wasn't in the first game, so or second game.
He's more of a novelty. He's not like a staple character.
So
he's cool, but
all the hating on the roster. Settle down. There's tons of other things to be way mad about. I couldn't get into a game of ranked the first day. I can now, sort of. If I actually search a ranked match, I can't get in. Oh, this is recording on the 19th, by the way. So the game released 2 days ago.
No, it released this past Tuesday. So. Whatever Tuesday was.
Whatever. Earlier this week. And I still can't get into a ranked game searching ranked. What I have to do is turn my fight search thing on.
Fight request?
Fight request on, and I just screw around in training mode or just sit in the lobby and eventually one comes up.
Okay.
So I can't defend you, Capcom, and all the people on Reddit blaming Sony and all this stuff. Trust me. Let me tell you this.
I like that side of the story.
It's funny. It is funny. But Sony does not have anything to do with this. They are winning leaps and bounds over everything else. They don't need to rush any games out.
I have no idea if Sony had any part of it at all. I think it's funny, but the fact is, I don't know. It could be. I mean, it could be they don't want it to compete with Uncharted or anything. It also could be that they were like, Capcom, you said this shit was done. It could be that too.
So that's the thing, because they're releasing, if I'm not mistaken, they're releasing all the story DLC and stuff in March. Mm-hmm. Uncharted doesn't release until April.
Right.
So you could have waited until March with all this stuff, and you're good. But that Capcom Cup, which is later this month, I think, they want it out there for the pros and stuff.
Right.
So
all right, I'm going to go in right now.
So
fucking sick of
Walt
this.
can go in. That's just my... oh, yeah.
All right. Yeah, she wants the DDD. Cool, Smash
Capcom
Bros.
wants it.
Yeah, Capcom does it.
Deserves
this game, I'm going to keep playing it because I love it. He's right. The core mechanics of the game are very solid. If you are not a hardcore fighting game fan like myself, do not buy this game. I'm going to say that right now, and I will say do not buy it unless you are just going to hit the lab and hit ranked, and this is like me. Like, I just fucking love it.
You just want to play online.
Because there is not enough content to justify a $60 purchase. Because when you look at the game the main fighting game is competing with, would say Mortal Kombat, right? If you had to. Let's compare Mortal Kombat X and Street Fighter at launch. Street Fighter V launched 2 years after Mortal Kombat, maybe I want to say, maybe a year and a half. So, Mortal Kombat, 25 characters, wealth of fucking narrative story mode. That was weird, but it's a narrative story mode. 4 extra DLC characters, huge single-player content, huge multiplayer content, ranked, unranked, King of the Hill, Survivor, King of the Hill, like all these other different game modes, online practice mode, fatality tutorials, and Street Fighter V launches with 16 characters. Now you say, okay, that's not so bad. Well, Street Fighter 4 launched with 20 characters.
Yeah.
Street Fighter 4 launched with 20 characters, 18 if you want to count Akuma and Gouken that you had to unlock by beating single player a certain way. So 20 characters for Street Fighter 4, challenge mode, arcade mode for each character, somewhat of a server issues at launch for Street Fighter 4, but not so bad as this, and more costumes. They have colors for each character, more characters, more content for Street Fighter 4. Name a game franchise that takes steps down in its sequels as far as content. Don't say quality, content. Capcom. Because I will say this.
Started. I'm back.
Every other fucking franchise in the fucking video game industry, if they make a sequel, it might not be better, but it will have more. That's the whole point.
I will just jump in that I did buy Street Fighter 4 day one when it launched, so I am a Street Fighter fan. But is it just because it's $60? Would you feel the same way if it was 30?
Nope. No, if it was $30, I'd feel fine with this purchase.
Okay, so it's just because it was 60.
It's a $60 game with $25 worth of content.
Do you know what I like? What Call of Duty on PS4 or on PC is doing now?
What?
They released a multiplayer only.
Yep. For $15, you can level your guy up to 55, like the first prestige, basically. And you can't go past that, but you can do all the multiplayer options. Yeah. So,
what I think, if they were going to do this with the story stuff, they should have released this for $30, and then in March say, hey, if you want the rest of the game, $30. As
long as that $30 included the season pass, then I'd be okay with it.
Yeah.
Because that's
the season pass is $30 as well.
Jesus fucking Christ, $30. And I can't believe all the hate Battlefront got, and I'm not seeing enough hate for Street Fighter V. I'm not. Battlefront was a bigger, more hype release than Street Fighter V.
You know what? I'll say this, though. This is why. Because EA made it. And I know Capcom gets shit, but I feel like the one Capcom franchise that doesn't get shit is Street Fighter.
Well,
because it's all been good.
They're playing with fire because
I know. I hate
about Street Fighter
Capcom.
4's launch. Some minor day one server issues on Street Fighter 4's launch, but beyond that, no one's complaining about Street Fighter 4.
It was amazing.
And then they upgraded it, from fucking Street Fighter 4, Super Street Fighter 4, Arcade Edition 2012.
Then they released the PS4.
But all those really are expansions. Like, don't get upset on just added. They expanded the game for like $15 or $20. You got a bunch of new characters. They tweaked the game. They balanced it. Like, I don't really complain about that. There was a decent amount of time in between each one. So this game, $60 for way less content than Street Fighter 4.
Yeah.
And $30 for those next, it's not 4, it might be 5 or 6 characters.
Yeah, some of the reviewers, IGN's reviewer, said he gave it an 8. And he said bullshit. He said it was so hard for him to grade this because he said that for him, he's a hardcore fighting game. He said for him, this had everything he wanted. But he knew for the mass audience. Because he said he wanted to give like a 9.5. But he said because it doesn't have anything for the mass audience, he can't do that.
I would give it like a 6.5 right now. I would. Because I'm just thinking as a consumer. Like, as a man who purchases games, I'm thinking like this is a 6.5. And that entirety of that 6.5 is 100% great gameplay.
Well, here's what would you have given Battlefront?
Probably a 7.5.
Because I'm looking at it. full disclosure, I did not purchase the game. Me and Walt do the sharing thing.
I bought it, so I'm even saltier.
So I would have bought this eventually. Not yet, because I would have waited for the reviews and saw the Blasphemy. But just from seeing it, I'm trying to look. They have like a 3-fight, like 4-minute campaign for every character.
If
I'll
that,
say
dude.
4 minutes.
In our 35, 40-minute conversation between you, me, and James on PS4, I had beaten every single character's story mode.
Yeah, but it's 4 minutes if you like. Watch
and I'll be
honest,
honest, I skipped all the cutscenes.
Okay, they did. Yeah, if you watch the cutscene, it's like 5-10 minutes maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
I watched the cutscenes.
Fong has 3 fights in his story mode. 2 of them are against Bison.
2 of them? Oh boy. Yeah. I only did reuse. I played it and I was like, wow, this is pathetic.
Yes.
But I'm trying to see. They have that. They have that survival mode, which is. I did it a little bit. It's kind of cool. Like, you get points for each fight and your health bar stays down and stuff. And you can use your points to buy things like get more health back, get a V trigger or your special bar up. They have that. Then they have online. And they have training mode.
Yeah.
That's it.
No challenge mode. No proper arcade mode.
Yeah, that's the thing that's crazy. They didn't have that tutorial thing where it teaches you.
Yeah, challenge mode.
Yeah, they didn't have that. That's insane.
Which is, especially for guys who don't understand, like, there's training mode and there's understanding how to train, like what to look for and stuff. So for guys who aren't knowing how to train a character, challenge mode is a godsend because it comes in and it's like you're trying to link your medium attacks or you should go from light to heavy or whatever. But now they took that away from you, so...
Yeah.
And... By the way, Street Fighter 4 launched with that. Street Fighter Cross Tekken launched with that. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 launched with that. Marvel vs. Capcom 3 launched with that.
I guess if they just do a game by themselves. No, I don't know. See, this is the thing. As we all know, it's well documented throughout our videos. I fucking hate Capcom. Like, more than anything.
Are you sure?
More than anything. And I stuck my neck out for you on the beta thing. It was the first one.
Yeah.
And I say, you know what? I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Because you were being nice about it, too. But 4 betas,
your servers are still shit.
I know. I'm finding games only through fight. I haven't tried to find just a ranking. I just turned the fighter thing on. So you got to do that. You know who learned their lesson? I'll use them as an example. 343 with Halo.
Yeah.
Halo Master Chief Collection. One of the worst launches ever.
Right.
Halo 5. Guess what? Their servers were fine.
Nobody complained.
Because they learned from their mistake. And your betas, like, you had 4 of them, man. It's like, come on.
But see, this is at the point where I truly believe, that Capcom knew they were putting out an inferior product.
They did.
And that bothers me. Because if I'm putting my name on something, I am kind of like a stickler about it. Like, if I'm at work or something, like, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm a stickler about it because I know that you're going to use that to kind of judge me. So... the fact that like you would put out something that you just know is not satisfying.
See, that's the thing. Way. I'm not sure if they knew. For one reason. For some, I don't know why, game developers now really, for some reason, haven't learned that single player is important. Look at all the, not just like with fighting games, but like FPSs and all that stuff. They're not releasing with single players, and people care about that. And that with them with Street Fighter, they probably thought, hey, we're going to release a grand story next month.
And I'll be the judge of that, by the way.
Like a grand story or whatever the hell they said about it. A good story in next month. And maybe they thought maybe the people would rather get it now and just we'll get it out before Capcom Cup. And the hardcore Street Fighter fans will be fine with just ranked and all that stuff. But you're fucking wrong. And to every developer out there, just know, single player is important because there are people who don't play.
Here's the thing: the hardcore Street Fighter fans, they got the lab rats,
probably don't care as much.
They don't care as much, and they don't pay your bills, Capcom.
Yeah.
You know who's going to pay your bills? The casuals, or the little above casuals,
Me.
Or the interested parties. How are you going to convince this guy to play the game for a month straight when you have no fucking content and shitty servers for him to get games?
You convinced me on Street Fighter 4. I'll give you that. You know how, and that's the other example. You know how much I played the Street Fighter 4 story modes of the characters a lot, because I didn't really play Street Fighter 4 online because I was fucking terrible. But I just enjoyed playing the single player and just playing like local multiplayer. So I give this launch probably I would have to give the game right now probably 7.5, just because the thing that truly matters is gameplay is amazing. I think this is the best Street Fighter game.
I love the gameplay, and I'm gonna keep playing it because I love the gameplay. But man, I can't justify anything over a 6.5 because of just how pitiful the content is, and I'm so mad about it. It's not helping. I thought venting would help.
It's okay.
It's so do not buy it unless you're hardcore.
Yeah.
Just don't.
If you only want to grind training mode and play ranked matches online,
buy it.
Otherwise,
move away from it and wait.
I think that's the perfect thing right here.
Yeah.
If you're a hardcore fighting game Street Fighter fan, buy it. If you're not, wait until next month.
Wait, or you know what?
Don't buy it at all. Yeah.
Don't buy it because don't even give them your money because I don't care what they add to the game down the line. You can't excuse this launch. And they need to find, I think, in my own humble opinion, Capcom needs to find a way to reward us fools who stick with the game early on and beyond. Some kind of day one bonus for these people who decided to stick with your piece of shit until you made it an actual game.
You know what would be nice? Give you enough coins, the fighting currency, to buy a character.
Fight money, points, access to certain or free. I'll take costumes for God's sakes.
Real money.
If they want to add fight money to it, which by the way confirms you only get 50 fight money for winning every ranked match.
I noticed.
And I've got 180,000 or something after beating every character story mode. And I don't know how much. Because by the way, the store is locked. Also, you can't get in the store.
There's nothing to buy. What's the point? So, and also the other thing about this. I know the one thing I knock about Sony is I don't really like their interface that much compared to Xbox's. Because Xbox got that double tap thing and get all your stuff. Why the hell can't you... So, I know this isn't Sony's fault. Because other Sony games, you can just go to your friends list and invite people. You can't even access your friends list when inviting. You have to type out their fucking game, their PSN tag.
No, not their PSN tag. Their fighter name.
Their Street Fighter name.
So hopefully it's the same. But if it's not,
dude, it's insane. You can't even just access your friends list.
Here's the step by step. So if I open a battle lounge and I only want one other person in it because I can only have one other person in it because it's a lounge with 2 seats, I hit invite, and then it says no data selected or something. I was like, that's weird. So you hit triangle, which lets you pull up a keyboard to type in the fighter ID that you're looking for. That is so fucking dumb.
Word of advice: just make it your PSN tag. Just make it your PSN. When I saw that, I was like, Sony's interface sucks. So but this is not Sony's fault. This is theirs.
I hope you don't want to change characters in between ranked matches either.
Oh yeah, we didn't even get on that. You can't even. You have to go to your battle settings
and set your main.
Your main character, the costume you want to use, and the stage you like, and taunt too. But I don't know shit about that.
And so I like using Bison. He's my main. So I set him as my main. But maybe I was like, you know what? I kind of want to take Armika online. I forgot. I have to wait until the next game I just got into ends because Bison's my main. And I have to wait till this game's over. Go back to the main menu. Go to my battle settings. Go to main character. Select character.
Now,
Armika.
Is that only for ranked?
Yeah.
I haven't played casual match. So.
But in lounge, though, it's main, remember?
Yes.
In battle lounge, it's main casual. There's character selection. But...
dude.
That
is the most ridiculous thing I heard.
Street Fighter 4, Street Fighter Third Strike, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Mortal Kombat 9,
Can you just not
Mortal Kombat X.
Any fighting game.
Injustice Gods. These are the best fighting games of the past 10 years. And guess what? They let you pick your fucking character in between games online. And very few people ever complained about the character selection process taking too long unless somebody was trolling you. That's
you have a time limit to select a character.
And you usually get 30 seconds or something.
That was the most ridiculous thing.
Like Mortal Kombat X, I was in a King of the Hill lobby where some people just were AFK and I was king, and when they came up to fight me, it was in 30 seconds. They hadn't picked the character. Just pick Scorpion for them. So there you go.
That's a good choice.
Yeah, but they weren't there, so I just beat the bejesus out.
Dude, I couldn't believe it.
And then when they patch it, if they patch that, And they'll make it like, guess what, guys? We've added character selection between matches. Are we supposed to fucking praise you, Capcom, because you did that thing that everybody does? They'll be like, guess what we've added in this new update? Huh? Guess what? Challenge mode. Oh, really? That thing that should have been there the whole time.
Yeah, that was stupid. Never mind. I was going to say, Street Fighter cross Tekken with that game.
What about
I swear to God, Capcom. If
Mega
you
Man?
fucking do what you did in this game...
They're not going to put Mega Man in this game.
If you do, I'll fucking murder you. I will boycott even a new Mega Man game if you make it.
They're not going to...
Fuck you.
I don't want any guest characters in Street Fighter games. It's too... I don't know if the word's like mature of a fighting game, but it's like, it's not... It doesn't need any guest characters.
The salt was pop.
And then, they've already announced who their DLC characters are going to be.
Yeah.
Off the top of my head.
Isn't the dude from Tekken going to be in it?
No, that's something else.
No?
No. They've got Guile, Balrog, Urien, who's from Third Strike. There's a couple others. There's like 6 characters they're releasing. I was hoping the boxer was going to be Dudley, if I'm being honest, but it's not.
I miss him. Keep it classy. See, I feel like him and DDD are like the same.
How?
They're both just...
What the... One's a fat penguin with a hammer.
They're both swag.
The other's a classy boxer.
They're both... King DDD's got class. Look at that robe. Look at that.
It's not a robe.
Yes, it is.
It's a mink coat.
Whatever, same thing. Exactly. Dudley would wear mink.
It's true, he would wear mink.
Exactly.
Made out of foxes that he killed.
He's such a badass. But, guys, this is our reaction to the Street Fighter V launch. Let us know in the comments what you think about the Street Fighter V launch. And until then, keep gaming online only, because you won't be able to play single player.
Because, games don't want to release with offline stuff or other stuff. Basic common... Alright, end it. It's ended.
Let it.